All right, YouTube, back in another video, and the plan is to get the electrical done in the room. Means run all the new lights, get these fans taken down, put a box and everything for the fan in the center, lights in the laundry room, or really move that switch to over here, lights in the closet, and then the 3 lights in the bathroom. One right here, one in the center, one over the shower, or where the bathtub's gonna be. So first ones I'm gonna do are gonna be in here. We're gonna be 6, I'm gonna do 2, 2, and 2. So I'm gonna measure, get the exact center between the room each way, or just figure out, just space them all out perfectly even all the way, and then also do 2 in the closet, do 1. We're gonna do it from this piece of the wood over to center 2 or 1. I really haven't made my decision on that. Probably just do 1. I don't know. 1 more is not gonna be that much more to run, so we'll see. Probably just do 2. I don't know. We'll see what happens here in a couple minutes. But we'll go ahead and measure. They cut all the holes in the ceiling. Who really cares to see that? So get that done and pick the camera back up once we have all the holes put in there. All right, I got almost all of them drilled out, except for 1 in the bathroom because I need to put the piece of drywall up first. But got 2 in the closet. Boom, bow. 1 right above us. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't really know how these ones are gonna work out. Which these are just like top plates, so I can drill it out if I need to. But I don't know, because there is actually, right here is a joint of the drywall. You can kind of see in these little slits right there. That's the joint. But all the other ones should be just fine. Boom, boom. These will be easy. So I'll just drop down power here. I'll just drill a hole through this top plate, so you can see, to get the wires down. In the bathroom one, I'll just rewire these to come onto this switch here, because we'll be getting rid of that exhaust fan with that light. There'll just be power going to the exhaust fan for a whole different exhaust fan with no light. So that's just fine. So I think I'm gonna go up in the attic. You go out in the garage and get some Clecos, or whatever those things are called. Not Clecos, whatever. I'll show you the box I got. And I'm gonna start running power from each one of these lights. Obviously daisy chain them all. So I think I'm probably just gonna start here and just run power from there to there, here, over, there, over, and then catch them all coming down. Or wherever I'm gonna do. I don't know. I gotta see, go back up there and see how the power is ran to that switch. Because right now this switch only operates this light. And then the fan and everything is actually on this, but we'll be getting rid of all that. So I want to get all of it pre-wired, the wires ran, so that I can just cut the wires, reconnect them, and then all these lights will turn on that switch, so I don't have no lights in here for too long, so I can still be able to see. So I'll head up in that attic now, test out the little shelves I got here, getting up in there, and try to get some wire in and get it figured out a little bit. I'm standing in the bathroom right now, because I have all the lights wired up in the room, all the way to the last wire, or the last light. It's gonna get a little dark. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this fan. I got this whole fan unwired, all the power shut off in here, and take this fan down also. Because, there is the power for that switch that's gonna run all these lights is ran to this fan, and then it's ran, this 3-way switch, or 2-way switch, I guess. So it's ran to that light switch, and then it was ran to the light switch that was right there, which I already pulled all that out and removed all that. So now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take both the fans down, power shut off, so I can get all the wires out of up there too. There's a wiring mess. Whoever wired it up there, just wired. They didn't make it neat, didn't think about anybody later. Like it's terrible. There's a lot of wires to dig through. And I still haven't put the lights, I ran power for these lights over here. So I'm gonna wait until I put the drywall and I can do it all at one time. And I also found a 2G, I believe it's a 2G tailgate. Dodge second a tailgate up there. So this little axis I made right here, it still works just fine. At least you get a whole tailgate out of there. So that's nice. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull these fans down and I'll pick the camera back up once I got power ran out to this switch. And I'm using the same power that's ran to this switch, run it to that box there for the lights in the closet. As you see, it's still really dark in here, and it's been a while out because there's so many wires and so much stuff that I had to pull out and just figure out where these wires are ran to, because it just does not make any sense. Stuff's just crossing back and forth and everything. But we're at the point now, got everything wired up. Put the old switch back in for now. I'm gonna put a rocker switch in here eventually to make it look a little bit better. I actually have one, but it's a 3-way on accident. I thought I bought a regular just on-off switch, not a 3-way switch. So I'm gonna flip this switch on and see what these lights are looking like. So I think personally they're looking pretty good. Whole lot brighter. And actually you can like see the color of the wall and it not look like it's yellowed out from the fan lights. And now we actually have lights on this side of the room again, not only just over here. So only thing I have to do now with the fans is go ahead and unscrew them, each one, and that will be done. And it's like this too, like there's power or 3-way switch wires just ran to this box randomly. It doesn't even go to nothing. It's covered up by the smoke detector. And it's just wires ran to the other side of the garage, or rather, the other side of the house. Or the other side of the attic. I don't know what you want to call it, but it just ran over there. And that's it. And it goes nowhere. And it's like some of the wiring for the outlets. Some were connected, and then some were dropped down. And then a wire ran over. It just does not make any sense at all. And even like I had to cut this out. I couldn't even run my fish tape through there to run the wires. So I'm pulling back up a little bit because I had to smash them in here. I'll put little staples there to hold them in, so it looks good. But I think that's gonna wrap up for tonight. I don't even feel like cleaning up anything. And all next week I'm gonna be out of town for work. So I'm really not going to be able to do nothing on the house. But I think this is like the most work I'm going to have to do for all the lights and stuff. And now I'm just going to have to run around, check all the outlets, make sure all the outlets still work for me, taking wires off and removing wires that just ran to nothing and whatever else not. And then plus all this being gone, all those wires drop down from here. Looks so much better, looks so much cleaner. Kind of actually like see what's going on. And all I gotta do is run power to this box, which one of these 2 wires is power, ran to that switch that's down, that's here, that goes for these lights, but that will also be gone because this switch will be over here at this box, because that box will have a switch for these lights inside closet, and they'll run this one light and that one light over there. I'll just run them together and eliminate this switch right here, because right now these outlets aren't working. Those 3 outlets, that outlet and the switch aren't working, and a couple of outlets by the bathroom. But we'll just little by little keep figuring it out and make some progress on this place. Alright, went through, pulled out those boxes, put a screw in this box. A little drywall screw, will just act like that was never there because I kind of broke this top piece. Because that was the same box that was used over here originally. And I just realized I forgot to not frame, but put a piece of blocking up here. And then I also have like I think a 2x8 outside. I need to block all this. So I'm thinking literally a week from now is the next time I'll be able to work on the house. Because tomorrow I got to cut a tree down. So thinking when I come back home, I'll pick up some 2x4s so I can finish all the framing, all the blocking. For now, I'll get all that stuff done. Try to finish all the electrical in this video also. Just get all the power fixed, power ran. Finish all the rest of the lights up. all that small stuff. It's just kind of time consuming, going up and down, up and down, up and down, and trying to just look where wires are ran. It's a pain in the butt, but get it figured out. So I think it'll be a couple days till I get the camera picked back up and get some more work done on this place. But I'll pick the camera back up when the time comes. It is the next weekend, actually 1 week later from last time I worked on the house. And we're gonna take a quick break. I gotta rewire a 4-pin plug on this wiring harness. I'm gonna wire this plug in there because this plug that I originally wired in, this prong or a little piece, that actually broke off in this truck side. So we're gonna go ahead, prop the camera up, I'll rewire that plug so the trailer lights and stuff work, because originally some of the trucks we have, some trucks they don't all have 7-pin connectors. So I just wired a 4-pin and a 7-pin all together on this trailer. I'm pretty sure it was in a couple videos ago I rewired this whole trailer and put these new lights and everything on. Put our farm use only plate on there. It's got new lights, all new wiring harness completely through the whole entire trailer. So it works pretty good. The only thing is that when you use the 7-pin, there's something wrong with the trailer brakes. Sorry, I got a phone call, but yeah, there's something wrong with the trailer brakes, but when you use a 7-pin connector, but whatever. Besides the point, not really worried about fixing that now. It's get this 4-pin plug wired up. So I'll prop the camera back up and I'll wire this thing out real quick. Okay, all rewired. And all these butt connectors too have 2 different sizes, since this wire is a little bit bigger than this wire. So it has 2 different sizes for the wire going. It's all, take some electrical tape, tape that all up. Sorry, truck radio's going off right now. So all the lights are working. They're all going. This one I need to put a new bulb in. It's going. It's just really, really dim. So I'll put a new bulb in there and this will be finished up for now till maybe it gets dry again. I'll put a bunch of oil on the deck to help the wood, but it's kind of past that point already. After I get all this cleaned up, I'm gonna take that 2x8 and there's a 2x4 under it. Take that inside the room and put some blocking up for the TV, finish all the other blocking, and then probably clean everything up in there so I can finish these lights up in there in this video, probably tomorrow morning or something, not really sure yet. Right, so I haven't recorded in a couple days, but I have got a couple things done. Picked up some more 2x4s, so this should be the last amount of 2x4s I need. Some other wood for a different little project I'm gonna do. But I did get something done just now. I got closet lights ran, so they're all working, wired properly. Then I got a 2-gang box. This light switch is for these lights, which I'm thinking I should be able to pull that whole housing and everything out of that light, and I should be able to put one of the lights I've been using around the rest of the room in there, and then just run a wire going from that light to this light and this light down to that box and put another switch there. And then the switch for these lights will be outside in the main room. And then also, I haven't recorded none of this. I was working in another one of the bedrooms over the weekend, and I put 4 lights in this room also. So we got 2 and 2. And this whole room was an ordeal with the whole power and everything. So the power, there's a one single light hanging like off this little hook right here in the ceiling, just hanging, and it's ran off the outlet. But this light switch that was here was ran down into the crawl space, ran up into this plug, and it was only running half of the plug. And then that's what was sending power up to run that light. So I went in the crawl space, I tore all that stuff out, rewired this plug here to just be a normal plug, because this plug is also the same. It's back here, you know what I'm talking about. It's behind the wall, or behind this white thing. It's tied in with this outlet, with the outlets on that wall over there. And then also there's an outlet behind this little air mattress, which it is ran with that one too. And the whole bottom part of the basement is like all chopped up. It is terrible. Or the basement, the crawl space. So I reran these wires up into the attic. There's a box that had power up in there that was power for the master bedroom that's over there now. So I just stole power from there, ran power down in the switch, and then obviously back out and then to the lights, which is very easy. These lights are very, very simple to put in. So that's another room with the lights done. I think this might be the first room that I come in, pull all the trim off, and then fix all of them, re-mud and patch all the holes, and then repaint this room, make it look a lot better. So I'm going to keep these nice wood doors and then put white trim all the way around. Need to patch this little piece of drywall, which later on in the day I realized I could have probably just cut this little piece off. A little piece up here just enough to get the drill in to drill the holes. It would have been fine, but whatever. I'm gonna buy a bunch of half-inch drywall anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But this room, we'll get some drywall patching and everything done soon. Just with like a lot of the other rooms, I'm doing it all at one time. Then I'll just be painting a whole bunch. Because I also found new mirrors that I want to put in the bathroom. This bathroom, it's gonna match the other bathroom, that eliminate the point of having this light on top. It is a mirror with the ring light going all the way around it, which I think is pretty nice, and that's gonna be the plan for both the bathrooms. We'll end up picking the camera back up in a couple days. I'll get these lights ran and probably just run the power for the other lights in the bathroom. So that's kind of done a little bit, because I still need to put a piece of drywall up right here so I can drill a hole for the third light, and then there'll be one light over the toilet or the shower, and then two in the main bathroom. And then there'll be one huge mirror right here with a nice vanity with a sink on the side and an open counter spot on the other. And give a little bit more counter space and some more drawers and stuff. So probably gonna end up ordering all that stuff soon, so I just have it and it's out of the way. And then I can just keep moving along. So once the electrical's done, fixing these outlets that are down here, and then finish the wiring for the lights, we'll be getting some drywall, and at least drywall half of this stuff so I can put some sound deadening insulation and just keep the dust from in here. But I might end up buying drywall just to fill those gaps for now and help with the dust. But that's gonna wrap up for tonight. I'll pick the camera back up here in a couple days, and we keep knocking stuff out and slowly but surely finish this project up. All right, so it's a couple days later. I got my little brother in here working with me. Just had him take that one sheet of drywall down. So we're gonna build the shelf here, and I don't have to have like a slim little piece of drywall down there. So I'd rather just have one full sheet, eliminate that one joint. So I'm gonna go ahead and build this shelf real quick, and then probably get these lights ran for up here like I talked about before. Run this light over here to this light and a load wire, run it down into this side of the box. All right, got the shelf built. We're gonna recut this piece of drywall, put it on the bottom down there. And then I still need to build a small shelf up here on this top that only comes out to about here or so. That's depending on what the dimensions are of that. And then just to set stuff up there. So there'd be this big shelf and one shelf split the difference from the top to the bottom. So I'll just knock that out real quick. I'm gonna have them cut that piece of drywall and we'll reinstall that down here on the bottom. So I just went through and knocked out a bunch of work and changed a little bit of what I was originally gonna do, and I'm very happy that I ended up doing that. So first thing we'll get into, lights in the laundry room. The light did end up fit where that original can light was at, and got them all wired. I took this light off and just put 2 more lights in. So that light is centered over the sink, and then these 2 are just centered into the room. So this difference probably from this spacing to this light to that light, and that light to that light, but they're lined up in the room very, very well done. And then obviously, since I got them all wired up, I got them wired into this box. So the light for the closet, and then the light for the laundry room. So it's real nice, real clean. Use the staples, staple the wire up. It's all ran up into the attic, and then all stapled up across in the top of the attic also. And obviously seen the shelves got built, done. Piece of drywall on the bottom down there. And then what else did I do? Oh, I pulled all the wiring out that for the light switch here and rewired this box and everything. So this is just a full outlet now, and fixed all the outlets. All the outlets over here work now. So the only thing that does not work as now is, I don't know if that outlet works or not, I can't remember, but the outlet that's behind the drywall, obviously that one's not working, there's nothing in there. And that one, and then there's one more behind that box. There's the only things in this whole entire room that are not working, and I think that's all because the power that used to drop down in this wall used to feed these outlets. So I'll have to look into that tomorrow. That's gonna be the plan. And then also the plan for tomorrow is to do the electrical in this room, in the bathroom. So get this light wired, that light wired, all of them wired and ran, and all new switches, because now I just need 2 switches inside this box here. For that switch, or for that box, we only need 2 switches for the lights, the overhead lights in the ceiling, the can lights, and 1 light for the lightless exhaust fan. And then because this light will be gone, because the mirror has its own light that is gonna be ran off the plug here, be plugged in this outlet, which actually showed up. We'll show you what that's looking like right now. So we got the mirror here. This is the power, real bright, real nice. And then you can change the color obviously with this button down here. But really nice mirror. This will obviously be turned this way, so it'll be not that tall. And then obviously exact same one, not obviously, but same one is coming for the other bathroom. I think it's a 24 by 30 inch tall. That's 30 inch tall by 40 inch wide. And it'll be just smaller, I think, than the vanity. I think the vanity would be 42 inches. But I'm gonna pick Karen back up in the morning. We'll get the electrical done in the bathroom. Hopefully get these outlets figured out. I have to cut the drywall and rerun the wires all the way around, which at the end of the day is not that big of a problem. I can get that done. Just a little bit more drywall patching, but that will be, it'd be all right. I'd rather do that than the outlets not work, I guess. So get that done right. And then I also did run power, rerun the power. That was run for that switch to this outlet for the TV. And I had to run power back out of this box to, or through the wall that runs the rest of the outlets in that little kitchenette area. So pick Karen back up in the morning when we get back in here and knock out all electrical and get this video wrapped up. All right, so it's the next day. We got a bunch of stuff done. Got the new exhaust fan installed, the 3 lights put in the bathroom. Obviously this one's just sitting up there because I need to drill a hole when I get that drywall up. I don't know why, but I thought the ceiling was 5/8 drywall. It's actually 3/4. So I have to get a sheet of 3/4 to fill this gap, and then a sliver on the ceiling on the other side. So I pulled all the electrical out of here, and we wired in just 2 switches Left one's for the exhaust fan, right one's for the lights. And that's the only electrical light or electrical we'll have to do on here, because the mirror will plug into this box here. But I think we're gonna wrap it up here, getting all the lights done. All around the whole entire room, there should be all the lights. And besides just drilling this one hole, but I can do that later. And I still need to fix those 3 boxes, but I'll just do those on my own time and show them in the next video. So this probably wrap up this video. Got a bunch of drywall for next video and some other stuff. Drywall out there, trying to block off some of the dust going in the laundry room. Because right now I actually have a frozen pipe in there because it was -7 last night. So one of the exterior pipes froze. The reason I have these little cracked open a little bit. So once it unfreezes, soon hopefully, I'll be able to have water start trickling through there and save it from the pipes exploding. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead, wrap this video up here. So thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. Peace.